sure interesting to be in this time. There is just so much coming down. I can't even keep up to it. It's coming in from all over. I had a brief girlfriend for a short time. She's a really nice girl from, just north of there. That city. Oh, Jesus. It's been so long. Years and years ago. Almost 50 years ago, I guess. Just north of Onaway. Westlock, was it? Maybe? This, this is what? The 11th of June? Yeah, my opinion is only my opinion. Of course, my research, influences me to say the things that I say. School. Well, we know that's all going to get changed. Yeah, we got, and I just want to say, before I get started here, this whole thing that we're looking at it's one big movie, and it's a controlled military movie. And they're all central casting, including our commander-in-chief himself, because they're doing this to wake up the sleepers and expose the NPCs. And if you are, and they're doing a great job of it, because they're, anybody that is not with God and Trump and the light-minded, Christ-conscious people of this planet, then you are for Satan. That's basically what it comes down to. There's only two lanes, the good lane and the bad lane. There is no on-the-fence bullshit anymore. Yes, lots of stuff going on in Belfast. Yep. And you know what? It's time these, unwelcome migrants, pack their shit and leave, go back home. But, I think that's the universal income and everything's, they're basically, doesn't matter what, you're attached to your birth certificate and it will say the place of birth. That's where you're going to have to go back to. Simple as that. And if you don't want any money, then you can stay away and live in another country and, find work and do your things yourself if you don't want to go back to your own country. But every country has signed on to a peace pact, and that's what, Trump is doing and putting together with the military a board of peace. And that's going to be board of peace. Everybody signs on to that. Okay, there's a few, bad players out there, which are, the ones, which is being controlled by, the financial district of England. The Iran has always been a troubled child, proxied by the elite in London. And that's all coming down. Yeah, I really like it. Tommy Robinson is leading a absolutely huge population of Englishmen and English women out there, and they've had enough, and they want their country back. Thank God. It's funny. Everything's finally starting to, the people are finally taking to the streets with their, pitchforks and torches. It's a sight to behold. Yes, Iran has always been a proxy puppet to the British. The British Empire, they have control or had control over the many proxy puppets, such as such as Iran. Of course, it was the Middle East. At one time back in a couple hundred years ago, it was India. They still had control of the CCP in China, but that's all being broken apart now. They're losing control, which is good. And everybody out there in their respective countries are all going to be sovereign very soon. The trouble is, the only country that is actually doing something for their people and protecting their people from all the migrant, violent migrant operators and sleeper cells and everything else is the states of the Republic. They are the only ones on the planet. Every other country, Canada included, England, France, whatever, their proxy inserted leadership is there to protect the migrants in there, and they don't give a shit about the people that were born and raised there through natural heritage and maybe 7 or 8 generations in that country. They don't care. They want to replace you to get the votes to stay in power. That's really that simple. This is blatantly out there in your face. And you can see it by these attacks going on in Glasgow and Belfast and England and London. It's gonna crank up. I'll tell you, that's why we all have to be out there and protect ourselves. And we have to be there to protect and keep your head on a swivel. If you are in a crowd or in a any type of shopping or anything, keep your head on a swivel. Your back against the wall. Okay? Let me just tell you a quick history story. Buffalo Bill, one of the fastest guns in the West. Okay? The only time when he always went, when he went into the saloon to do any of his card playing and sipping a little whiskey, and what he would do is put his back, and he would always sit in the chair with with his back to the wall. That chair, or else he would not be there, right? He would turn around and walk out and go to another bar if he could not find that chair with the back to the facing from the wall out, right? The one and only time that he did not do that, he was shot in the back. And that's exactly the situation that we're in right now, okay? Keep your back to the wall right now. Keep your head on a swivel, and keep yourself with some protection right now, because I do not want to see patriots, because we're under attack right now, big time. I practice what I preach, where I live, there's not, very, very little incidents, right? Everybody's kind of, they're getting in lockstep. Scary times in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Yes, there is right now. And we have to put our prayers out and Irish people, because they are taken to the streets. And Tommy Robinson, put her prayers out for Tommy Robinson and the beautiful people of England, or London, England, that are taken to the streets and saying enough is enough. Yeah. Yes, I know a lot of shit weather around. Hi, how's it going, Dana from Georgia? Grand Rising, brother. Greetings to you. How's it going, Alicia from South Carolina? Lots of South Carolinians. Beautiful state. Thursday, yes it is. Thursday morning here in Western Canada. Yeah. I'm dealing with a mischievous little boy right now, my youngest. Yeah. It seems like my youngest and my oldest are the problem childs, right? I don't know what that is. All the other ones are pretty good. They're making their way through life. But it's my oldest, and she's 35, and my youngest is 8. So yes, it's been an interesting life. Yeah. You're so tired. So yeah, everybody is. Take a nice warm bath. Knock this stuff out, turn off your phone, and just get into yourself, do some, listen, people, we are the chosen ones. I know God is testing us, okay? He's testing our resolve and how far we can go with this. This is a military operation. They're pushing everybody's button right now because of playing out this movie to try to wake up as many sleepers. If you have anybody to blame, it's the sleepers, because they are not tuned in. Humanity is waking up everywhere around the world. They're waking up 1, 2, 3, 10 at a time. And I know it's been 10 years of dealing with this chaos and mayhem, but we have to know, we do know that we are the beacons of light. We are the ones that will be way ahead of the game on the other side. We're the ones that are detaching ourselves from the matrix. They're still stuck in the matrix with all their little payments and how they have to go to work, and they don't, think about anything except getting home on Friday night and sitting down in front of the TV, CNN, and with a crack of beer and maybe do some barbecuing. They couldn't care less as long as they have that. They might do a little bit of house repair out there. But you know what? When this all hits and the disclosure does come, it is going to be mind-blowing. You know it and I know it. I don't have too much today, but I do have some, I love to get on here to let's exchange the information of what's happening out there. Is it worth buying the dong? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's going to, right now, I could maybe order some more, but I've got enough Vietnamese dong. But I'm going to, because I visit Japan all the time, and I figured, well, they're a little bit weak, and I'm a little, our Canadian dollar is a little bit stronger. I'm getting, I don't know exactly what it is, about 120 yen for every dollar. So that's pretty cool. So yes, it's 120 to 1, whereas the Philippine peso is even stronger. That tells you the manipulation. I mean, isn't that, right in your face? You got the Philippines, which is basically the same size a country, geography-wise, as Japan, 4 hours away, and Japan is an industrial might, okay? But yet their yen is 120 to 1 to Canadian dollar, but the Philippines, okay, of 7,400 islands, and I love both of those countries. When I get there, it's only 44 to 1. So does that even make sense? No, it doesn't. Nothing makes sense. That nothing adds up because Japan has been so manipulated since the war. And then it was even after Douglas MacArthur was basically had the same mindset as me. He lived in the Philippines, but he had to reorganize Japan after they bombed the shit out of it. And people were homeless. They were on the street. They were, and anybody that was up north, they were having to, live in Canadian weather. Everybody down south from, say, just north of Tokyo down to Okinawa was basically in good temperate weather. But I have lived and worked from Hokkaido, the very northern tip of Hokkaido, right down to the very southern tip of Okinawa. That's all Japanese. And I can tell you right now, the weather is that extreme. It's like you got, north of Vancouver down to San Diego weather. So that's Japan. Any thoughts on the timing of this new movie, Disclosure Day? Well, as they're putting it out there. The Steven Spielberg 2.0 or 3.0, whoever he might be now, they're basically, it's, the military has, proxied all that together and made this movie to help wake up the planet. You have to realize that, our planet and humanity that has been walking on this beautiful planet for generations is finally starting to realize that we're not the smartest beings in the universe. We're not. And we certainly don't have the technology like some of our galactic brothers and sisters that are very friendly to us. They want to communicate with us. So all that being said, this is part of the military operation to help awaken everybody that's out there on disclosure. This is this disclosure, and you're going to see this movie, and I recommend everybody go to this movie and watch it. Okay, we are in a military operation. I know people are tired of this movie, but the movie's going to play on. Your life, money will come into your world. You'll be able to tune out of what's going on in the world, or tune into it. It's going to be your choice. Okay, I get it, but you are in safe hands. If you're living in the United States, you are doing okay. Okay. It's everybody else in all the other countries. Now, that being said, I know that the Philippines is fine. They're rising up. But where you're seeing the unrest and the physical attacks going on is in Western Europe. Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg III. How you doing, Dino? It comes out Friday, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go watch it. Absolutely. And then we can do feedback on it. I was thinking about the same thing. So good to hear someone who I agree with. Well, this is why we're here, isn't it, sister, brother? Isn't that why we're here? We're here with our soul family because we can communicate, right? Brothers and sisters are not connected through the birth canal. Trust me. They're connected through spiritual, okay? The spiritual function that we have operating, and the ascension and the vibration that we have with each other. We connect. That's why we're here. It's all over the buses here in advertising. Yes, that's great. That's in England. Well, that's what they're trying to do to everybody right now. They're trying to get the advertising out there, warrior, so that they can get to the movies, because it's a lot of hype on this. They want everybody to go out there and watch this. And hopefully that frequency, as good as it's doing right now, it's going to be even better once they walk out of the theater. There's a lot of things going on right now. It's so upfront and in your face. All the truth seekers and podcasters out there are just so full of information coming out. And case in point, Alex Jones and Joe Rogan and all the boys out there. Who is it? I mean, I can go on with names. Candace Owens and Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're all actors. Every one of them's an actor. They're being told to play these parts to help wake up humanity. Okay? They're actors playing this part to help get everybody on the same track. Okay? I hope Stallmer and Carney are on the card for the UFC. Good one, Robert. Yeah, wouldn't that be something to watch those two people go at it? Yeah. Well, I'm sure they got something inviting for them coming soon. Yeah. Has anything clicked in for the QFS or the EBS? Well, we're getting into it right now. This is the final phase, the final chapter. We're witnessing it right now. We're here, I mean, people are asking me, a lot of different things, and I'm going to say, you're in it. You're not looking at it from the outside. I mean, we are in the middle of this thing right now. It's up front and in our face. And I know people are sick of it because you're awake. What's going on? It's the dum-dums out there that are still asleep or even couldn't even care less. And that, the ones that do not fall in line with what's going on and try to assimilate and try to help self-heal themselves and create a nicer environment for themselves because of what's going on, or trying to what's the word for it? Trying to ascend, are going to fall behind, and they're not going to make it to the other side. Those are the ones that have a lot of negative in their world. And you're seeing this. I mean, just all you have to do is open up TikTok or open up Facebook or open up YouTube, and you see the carnage out there and everything that's going on. The whole world's, in a chaotic situation, right? The EBS is out there. There will get to a point. Jamaica's has had a blackout. Yeah. Do you know why? Because they're starting to black out certain regions around the world to go in there and drop their military operators in to clean up the mid-level criminals or traffickers. Listen, now, when the EBS does happen, and you're going to, we already have a trust set up from our birth certificates, okay? Your DNA, your bank account, your social insurance number, your health, whatever, is all set up and it's all tagged to your birth certificate, and it's in a trust. It's all ready to go, okay? The dollar, any dollar, whether it be Canadian, American, Australian, Hong Kong, that's all going to crash. The dollar is not going to be, what we think it is. But it's going to be replaced right away. Yep. Thank you, Mama. Yes, we got a good community. Because we're in here to help each other. We're not here to try to sell shit. We're not here to, expose the problems. We see the problems. We're not stupid. We see the problems that are out there. We're here to find the solution to get us through the dark times, right? I mean, listen, in Cranbrook, we have drag queen story time at one of our bookstores that are coming up, I believe, tomorrow. So, one of my brothers had called me and says, we got to get down there. And then I started searching into it. Sure enough, it was going to happen. So, we have to, and I told him, I says, well, the best thing what we can do is go down there and photograph these 4 or 5, reptiles that are there, right? And get their names and then spread them out all over the media and get them out there and expose these pedophiles. Expose them, but don't get colorful and because that's going to be because the cops will be there and they're going to control whatever. If there's a violent breakout or whatever happening, mind you, if somebody takes a swing at me, I'm going to swing back. But I don't think that will happen. I think we just need to get the identity of these criminals and let them know that their days are numbered. That's all, and do it calmly. But this, it's very, very hard to explain, I guess. But we have this military movie going on right now, but these fragrant, what do you want to call them, parasites that are out there are still continuing this manipulation over our little ones, our innocent little ones, and these stupid libtards that are still allowing their little children to be exposed to this. There is some mental illness, and that's why I'm saying take pictures of everything that's going on there, and that's what I'm going to encourage the people to do, and then everybody from those pictures get it out there on Facebook, right?